Welcome back, everybody, to SRTV Network. We're back live here with the late models track championship race number 2 underway. We got almost a minute left, a little bit more than a minute left in practice. So buckle up and get ready. Welcome back, everybody, to SRTV Network for the American Motorsports Simulations Late Model Series. They're doing a track championship here, and this is race number 2. So these guys are looking to make a name for themselves over here at AMS. Practice is concluded, and we're on to qualifying. So let's see who can make it up to the front of the race here. Start on the pole tonight, and up here with me in the booth is Michael Massey, and I'm Jerry West, and welcome to American Motorsports Simulations. So Mike, what do you think about this race tonight here for race number 2? Looks like we got a points leader, and it's going to be Ronald Henry.
Yep, definitely going to be a great race tonight. This is our feature event here, the late models. One of Iracing's forgotten cars, but we haven't forgot them here, and people still love them, so it looks like we're going to have a good field tonight.
Yeah, and special thanks to Dave's Muskie Club, Massey Graphics, High Groove Photos, Trace Motorsports, Speed Motorsports, Warner Racing, and Home Racing. So these guys got a lot of backing going on, and they're live on YouTube with SRTV Network every Thursday and Sunday night. So tune in.
We definitely got a new one. I'm sorry to interrupt you. We got a new one, Blake Topher Photography. Wanted to get that in for him. They just contributed tonight. So thanks for that.
Hey, Blake Tolliver, man. Hats off to Blake Tolliver and that crew, man. I mean, he's a pretty good, patient, fast driver out here that y'all got a lot of these guys, man. I'm telling you, this field stacks up a lot. And, you know, as they're out there qualifying tonight, who do you think is going to end up on the pole?
I think we're in for a lightning fast battle with Lou Oleski and Chris Johnson, you know, the two normals. But I think Ben Peterson, he's been kind of quiet, but I've watched the last few races, and he's been up there, and he could strike Jason Andrews, Dan Allen. I mean, it's hard to pick.
Yeah, that's what a problem I had last time. That's why I said I'll just go with the 5th qualifier. So it happened to be Adam Holm, and Adam Holm, he ran a great race, so congratulations to him on the street stock race. But we're on the late models, so it's a whole new ball game. So let's take a look at the points here. Your points leader's Ronald Henry after one. This is a 50-lap race. I'm gonna point that out. So, you know, they do 30 in the Legends, they do 40 in the street stocks, and they do 50 laps in the late models. So the points leader's Ronald Henry. Brian Beach was only 1 point behind, and Chris Johnson rounds out the top 3. He's 41. So there's only 1 point separating these guys.
It's definitely going to be a close battle. I can't wait to see it. Man, I'm pretty excited.
Yeah, I'm always excited, man. I mean, you got, like I said, you got a lot of fast drivers and a lot of guys that show their talent when they come to a small track like this, because these small tracks really make it hard on you to pass. You know, you got to be really good on the restarts, and I mean, you just really got to nail it, you know.
Oh, definitely true. Definitely true. We do have our late model here. If you'd like, we could put one down and show everybody what it's like. It definitely won't be the fastest, but we could definitely show everybody a qualifying lap or two if you want to.
Yeah, let's take a ride.
All right, let me know when you're here. We're in the car at the end of pit road.
Let's go. We're riding along with Michael Massey. He pulls off pit road, and you notice you got to keep it. As soon as you come out of pit road, man, I mean, you're on the track. So if you got to make a pit stop, you got to be very cautious coming back out.
It's definitely tight. It's definitely a lot of brake and drive. You got to drive it a lot with the brake. Real sticky in the bottom. You see that kind of slid up going in. But really, it's smooth and steady is quick here sometimes.
Yeah, smooth in, smooth off. Also fast in, fast off. So, you know, let it roll through the middle, and then mash that gas without getting sideways. You know, get everything you can get out of the track, because it's a very small track, and 1/10 is a car length here at Lanier.
Definitely in that pit road, you know, we noticed the last race where there was a car trying to get in the pits, and the leaders almost got him. I'll show you how quick it is to get into the pits as I exit here.
Yeah, it's a difficult entry in the pit road there. It's a hard left turn and then a whole lap around. But we got a pole sitter, Jason Andrus, so let's get a quick word in with him before he hops in his car. Or, well, he's got a radio, so whenever he wants, if he's got a radio. I don't know if he does or not, but I'm searching the radio. I'm scanning the radio.
I don't believe his radio is on right now.
Yeah, we're not picking up the 53 car. So that being said, we'll take a look at some of our sponsors here. Dave's Muskie Club, Massey Graphics, High Groove Photos, Trace Motorsports, Speed Motorsports, Warner Racing, Home Racing, and what was the last one there? Blake Tolliver. Yeah, and thanks to everybody that has anything to do with AMS, man. And like I said, if you're interested in running with American Motorsport Simulations, then check them out. It's in the description below. But in the meantime, let's take a look at our grid.
Looks like Ben Peterson put it on the pole tonight, and outside him, Lou Oleski. Wow.
Yeah. And then second row is 74 Chris Johnson. Outside Adam Holm. Jason Andrews starts 5th. 90 of Dan Allen 6th. 7th is DJ Hargrove. 8th is Billy Hargrove. The two brothers there, I think. I'm not for sure, so you have to correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, father-son starting side by side. Brian Beach on the inside. Outside Blake Tolliver. Michael Massey ran a qualifying lap, which put him on the grid, so somebody's going to be a lucky person there. Absolutely. So, starting 12th, 31 of James DeMint. Starting 11th, the 3 of Charlie Porter. Starting 14th, the 75 of Ronald Henry. Starting 13th, the 4-car William Paisley. 16th, outside, Rick Brazel. 17th, rounds out the field, the 72, Irvin Howard.
Quite an impressive field there. Looks like Charlie Porter will get the lucky position where I run our little test run there. I'll move her from 13th to 11th, so.
Yeah, it looks like everybody from 11th back got to move up a spot there on that inside line. So I think I got it right when I said the grid, but either way, there's all your field right there as they come through 3 and 4. Take a look at those shiny late models. Looking good as always. I'm going to go with 53, fifth spot. We're going green.
I'm going to go on a limb and take Peterson.
Ben Peterson. The 7 car got a great start. Leaves the 74 Chris Johnson battling with the 84 on his outside, but the 53 of Jason Andrews on the inside keeps his nose in there, so the 84 stuck up on that high side. He managed to make it work. Jason Andrews, that 53, dove it back in there, pushed him back up the track, said, nope, this is my spot. You come in after me. But the 7 car starting to get a great lead. Ben Peterson with that 74 Chris Johnson, he's always strong, so he's definitely got a shot here.
Yeah, Lou definitely got the outside as he slips his way in. He definitely got the freight train, as we call it.
Yes, he was hard on the brakes. He kind of moved the 53 up the track. No harm, no foul. It gave him that position. And, you know, sometimes that's what you got to do when you're faster than somebody. Not saying that he is, but with short track racing, you got to take every inch you can get.
Yeah, short track racing definitely a product of the bump and run, you know, often, especially on tracks where the grooves roll low. So that is part of it. Some don't like it, some do, and yeah, it's the nature of the beast.
Yeah, and the 53 car ended up stuck on that high side. He lost a lot of spots, so he went from 4th, and I think he fell all the way back to 11th there just by being moved up into that high groove. Our top 4 cars is starting to stretch it out a little bit, and the battle is for 6th, 7th, and 8th there. So they're battling far back in the field as the leaders are coming up on a lap car. The 72, Irvin Howard, started on the tail end of the field, which goes to show you how small this track is. In a matter of no time, you could be getting lapped. But luckily, you got the lucky dog on. So let's go back and take a look at this field. They go through 3 and 4. The 7 got the 74 right on his back tailgate. The 84 Lualeski looking to close that gap. As those 3 run, the battle is further back in the field there. Let's see if we can get a look. Between the 9 of Adam Holm, the 90 of Dan Allen, the 75 of Ronald Henry, the 77 of DJ Hargrove, the 18 of Brian Beach. A lot of single file going on out there. We got 50 laps here in the late models here at AMS. So it's a track championship. We got a smoker, Charlie Porter.
Unfortunate for her.
Hopefully she can get that car on the pit road without bringing out a caution. But it's going to be hard at a track like this. It's so small.
Yeah, she may have lost her motor. It looks like the car stalled.
Yeah, so, I mean, you know, that's not bad, Mike. You know, for the first caution to be, the reason is just because no power on that car. You know, you have nothing you can do besides call a tow truck, which is going to slow these guys down and make them wait up for the pace car because, you know, they're going so fast around, the pace car can't even keep up.
It's definitely a mechanical caution. I heard on my from her crew that they did blow motor.
Yeah, and that can happen from downshifting too soon or tapping that front end on the wall, which it could be any of those things. So I didn't see what it was, but either way, it's unfortunate for the 3 of Charlie Porter.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate. Maybe for Chris Johnson, who's going to start on that outside. Will he get freight train?
Well, he's absolutely got a good chance of getting freight train. We seen what happened to the 53 of Jason Andrews. He went from 4th to 11th in about 2 laps there. So getting stuck up on that high side is definitely not the place to be. And the place to be is up front, which is what the number 7 of Ben Peterson has done. He's managed to keep that car up front and keep it clean. So good restart's what he's looking for.
Yeah, he's definitely looking for a good, clean restart. Hopefully he can get a jump like he got before and really be quick on that light. Chris Johnson on the outside is going to be the race to that first corner for sure. Will it be give, will it be take, or will it be all take? That's what remains to be seen.
Yeah, well, we're about to find out because the lights on the pace car are off and one small lap around, and they're going to be boogity, googity, biggity. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir, they are. We'll see who's super fast tonight. Super fast. A lot of super fast guys.
Well, I know the pace car went into pit road super fast, and they brought out that flag, green flag racing going on. The number 7 with a great restart, but the 74, he ain't giving him much of a break because he started great too. And we got one around. Looks like the 9 of Adam Home and the 77 of DJ Hargrove got together there.
Yeah, definitely looks like they got into each other there. We'll have to see what we can get on the replay there. Ooh.
Yeah, just a little bit of contact on that right rear, it looks like. We could take one more look.
Looks like the 75 might have got the end just a little bit.
We'll take a look from the 77 car and see what he's seen. Actually, it was not the 77 car involved in that. He was just in an unfortunate spot there. The contact came from the car on his inside, so I'm sure he'll be getting sent to the back. But we'll see. We'll leave it up to the race admins. I'm just here to commentate.
Well, actually, what we do now is we have a police yourself system, and it looks like the 75 is doing a drive-through. And what we do is we have the guys do a drive-through and penalize themselves. Sometimes they'll already be at the end of the line, so we don't let them do anything. Each incident will cost 5 points, and each failure to drive through is 5 points. It's a 2 and park system where if you cause 2, go ahead and put it on the trailer because it's better to lose points for that than it is not parking.
Yeah, that's an excellent thing to do, and keeps it honest, actually. So, and you know, a lot of these guys, since 1 point per position, it's so critical for every point that you can get. So getting a point deduction for not just doing a pass through and going to the back, it could really hurt your chances in taking home the championship here at AMS.
Yes, it could definitely hurt your chances. We don't want to cripple them, but we just want, you know, because guys make mistakes, and everybody understands that, especially in a short track. But, you know, it's just our accountability system. We've all agreed to it, and we're testing it this winter. We're about to go green.
Pace cars in, green flags in the air. The number 7 got a great start again. Is there 2x2?
Ben Peterson, he's been getting the great starts with Johnson on the outside and Lesky on the inside, challenging him for second.
Yeah, Lesky managed to snick his nose in there and get that 74 out of that groove. Makes that pass for second. The 74 fighting off the 77. DJ Hargrove, he's really fast. He's been great all night. But the 7 car is still out front. We got over halfway, so less than 25 laps. The 18 got pushed up the track. They had to check up in the back. The 88 of Rick Brazel. The 18 Brian Beach got together. Adam Home coming out on the track. He keeps it on the bottom, keeps it off the track. The 84 making the move for the lead, moves the 77 up the track, takes the lead. He'll lead that lap. The 77's fighting the 74. Chris Johnson fought the 7 for that second place, so he went from first to fourth almost in 2 laps. That's how small this track is. Now he's battling DJ Hargrove for that 4th spot. He's desperate to get down, but he can't get down too soon. That 90 car, Dan Allen, luckily was nice enough to let him in there. So he's going to have to try to make his way back up to the front as the 84 starts to pull away. But Chris Johnson's hot on his tail.
That's a great example of give and take, and I think it's fortunate for Ben that he decided to take, but it looks like we got an incident there. Oh, my.
Yeah, the 77 of DJ Hargrove goes around, so let's go back and take a look.
The Looks like the 7 might went in a little hard. What do you think?
Yeah, the 7, he dove it in there, man, and he kind of got into the back of that 77, and it shot him up the track, and it also collected the 4 car. The 4 is William Paisley, so he was in an unfortunate situation there where he had nowhere to go.
Yeah, unfortunate for William Paisley. Looked like he was having a strong run tonight. The kid from California was running 4th, I believe. No, I have him in 14.
Yeah, the Cali kid, that number 4 car. I have to remember that. William Paisley. All right, so let's go through the top 5 here while we're under caution. Lou Oleski, Chris Johnson, Jason Andrews made his way, Billy Hargrove, and Ronald Henry. So the 88 and the 53 is on the move right now.
Yeah, he's worked his way back up to 3rd position. Jason Andrews.
So that the caution flag here is very fast. So if you got any damage, you really got to get in and get out. If it was me, I'd be speeding down pit road and I'd just take that penalty, you know.
Yeah, definitely in along this line is a lot better than laps down.
Absolutely, you know, but there's a catch to that. If you speed before you get to your pit, they penalize you on your pit. So you can't really speed going to your pit, but you can speed out. So I definitely speed out. Into the longest line would be way better than a lap down as he's coming back out. So DJ Hargrove went in and did as much as he could do before he came, before he went a lap down. And
he definitely tried to get around that pace car, didn't he?
Absolutely. He came out the pit entrance there just so he could stay on the lead lap, which I think is a brilliant idea. So the lights on the pace car is off, and they're going to double up and get set to go green. Looks like we got a little battle going on here for position. Are they single file or no? Looks like the 84.
I think they're supposed to be. The 53 got under him. Uh-oh. Miscommunication there.
Absolutely. The 53 and the 74 get together, causes a pile up in turn 2. Let's go back and take a look on the replay. What happened? Yeah, it looked like the 53 just wasn't willing to give him that second position there. I'm not for sure if they were supposed to be single file, though. It was only the second caution
That's true.
of the night. So the 53 might have an argument there.
He definitely has an argument there that they probably should have been double file, according to what I've seen in my incident report. So we had the engine blow of Charlie Porter. We had the number 7 of Ben Peterson. This will make the 3rd caution right here. So definitely shouldn't have been single file yet, if I'm counting cautions correct.
Yeah, but hey, we're in the booth and we're not in charge of this race right now. So it's whatever the admin say is whatever happens. And if you don't do it, you're probably going to get penalized here. So you definitely got to follow the rules. I'm not saying nobody did anything wrong. I'm just saying.
I think as an admin, you get used to it, making the calls, and that's not going to help any broadcast. Thanks for the lesson.
Well, it's definitely unfortunate for the 74 Chris Johnson. I mean, he's been fast all night. He earned a spot up there. The 53, he earned his spot. He's been fast all night. He's been patient. So, you know, it's just one of those small track racing, short track racing, tempered things. You know, you got to control yourself, and you got to think, you got to remain calm, number one. But the lights on the pace car are off, and we're going to go 7 to go, and then this one will be over with. But for right now, Lou Oleski, he's led the last 15 laps. He's wanting to bring this one home tonight again, and they're green.
He's going to have a window full of Blake Topher, and it looks like Ron Henry real soon.
Yeah, the 53 parked it on the restart, And we had contact between Chris Johnson there as Luleski. He got an excellent restart. I mean, I don't think there's going to be any catching him. The 7 car of Ronald Henry, or of Ben Peterson, he had a little unfortunate incident there. Now we got another car around on the backstretch, so things are heating up here, Mike.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe some temper swearing. You know, short tracks bring up a competitive in everybody, and I'm not sure what that was, but it's definitely heating up.
Yeah, it looked like the 31 tapped the 51 on entry. And then the 9 of Adam Holmes, let's see, the 51. All right, let's go back one more time.
It's like 2 incidents on that one.
Yeah, there was actually battle all over the racetrack here, and we're following the 9 and the 77. It looked like the 4 of William Paisley got into the back of the 9, made a little contact, and then the 31 was involved in a separate incident. So we're gonna have to leave that one up. Yeah, we're gonna have to leave that one up to the admins to figure out. So let's go back live.
Yeah, definitely, the admins are going to have their work cut out for them in this race, but these cars are fast, and they're not as, you know, they don't stop as quick as the others do, so it explains a little bit more accidents in this one, longer race.
Yeah, absolutely, but I'm sure that this is going to finish under yellow, so if it does, would mean Luleski is your race winner. And I'm pretty sure that's the case. It's the lights are going off. If the lights was to go off now, there would only be one more lap. So the lights are not going to go off. Right. Okay, so the lights didn't go off. This is the last lap around. So your winner is going to be the 84 Luleski, which got a great restart. And I don't think they were going to be able to catch him anyways.
No, he was definitely fast up front, so it'd been tough. I'd like to see him and Ron battle, but maybe we'll get to see that next week.
Oh, yeah, we'll be able to. Yeah, we'll absolutely be able to see that next week. We'll be able to see it for the next 4 weeks, because they got 4 more races. As we got a couple cars going around, so your winner tonight, the 84 of Luleski, is your top 3. That's a great shot of your top 3 on the front straightaway right there. So,
either Rick Braswell from the dirt made it to the top 3.
Absolutely, yeah. The dirt guy, Luleski's doing his burnouts up there in Victory Lane. So that's gonna wrap this one up. But for right now, let's go through your race results. In first place, you got Luleski. Second place is Ronald Henry. Third is Rick Brazel. Fourth, Irvin Howard. Fifth, Dan Allen. Sixth, Chris Johnson. Seventh, Blake Tolliver. Eighth, Billy Hargrove. Ninth, DJ Hargrove. 10th, James DeMint. And 11th, you got William Paisley. 12th is Adam Holm. 13th is Ben Peterson. 14th is Brian Beach. 15th, Jason Andrews. 16th is Charlie Porter. Rounds out your field. So you had 16 bad, fast drivers out there. And see if we can get a talk in with our third place finisher here of Rick Brazel. Rick Brazel, this is Jay West in the booth. You got a copy?
I got your copy.
Man, that was a hard one out there tonight, man. Y'all fought y'all's tails off, man, and you managed to bring it home in third. What'd you think about that race there tonight? How's your performance?
Yeah, that was a little crazy. I had to start in the back because I didn't have no points in this series, so I had to fight my way from the back. Kind of got into it with the 18 there. He was flashing a little bit. Thought I was going to lose it, but I was finished in third, and Lou raced a good race, and Ronald too. And I thought we was going to have a pretty good little battle there at the front, but we had to finish under the yellow, but it was a pretty good race.
Hey, Rick, this is Mike. Can you hear me?
I hear you, Mike.
Hey, buddy, being a dirt guy, I just wanted to interrupt the interview, if Jerry doesn't mind, and ask you, how's it feel being in the top 3 on pavement instead of dirt?
Man, it's crazy. I didn't figure I'd be up here. I'm not used to running asphalt, so it's pretty nice. I think I finished 3rd in Legends, too.
Good deal, buddy. I'll let Jerry take over. I just wanted to ask you that because I know you're a dirt guy.
Yeah, it's different, man. Asphalt's a different character.
Well, hey, regardless, finishing 3rd is going to help you out in the points, considering the points battle is going to be super tight this season, and you got 4 races left. So congratulations on your top 3 tonight, and it was a hard-fought 3rd place because we did catch you in the 18, kind of have a little bit of contact there, and you're right, we seen him blinking a little bit out there, so that plays a role in it a little bit. Kind of makes you want to hesitate a little bit, and it also causes a little bit of an issue, but for the most part he's solid. But what is solid for sure is your consistency, and you're consistently fast, and you've been consistent in coming up here and getting interviewed for a podium finish, and congratulations on that. So is there anybody you'd like to give a shout out to or anything for your 3rd place finish tonight?
Of course, always Mike Massey for putting on the lead. He does a lot for us, and all the racers that's come out and sponsors that's letting us do all this, and of course you for broadcasting for us. We sure appreciate it. It's fun.
Well, hey, man, we thank you for putting on a great show and always showing up. So congratulations on your 3rd place finish, and good luck on the next one.
Yes, sir.
All right, Mike, so you got a lot of bad fast drivers. I mean, it's going to be a tough one to call this season, and I can guarantee you that you're not going to be able to guess who's going to win this championship because there's so many of them. But in the meantime, we got Ronald Henry. He is one of those guys, and he's managed to be the points leader here for the street stocks coming into the night. And he might have lost that lead coming into the night, but we're talking about late models. So for late models, he is the points leader. And with him finishing 2nd and Lewaleski and it being 1 point difference, I'm pretty sure you're going to walk out of here with the points lead again for the final of race 2. So how do you feel about that? And how do you feel about your race tonight?
I had a blast. It was fun coming through the pack twice. One of the cautions, I'm not sure if it was me moving up or maybe the guy trying to pinch me low out of 2s. I don't know. I haven't watched the replay yet, but I didn't take any chances. I went through the pits. And yeah, it was just a blast. Wish I had a few green laps to try and make a charge on Lou. See if I had something for him, but it wasn't the case.
Yeah, I mean, you fought your tail off out there to finish 2nd. It was a lot of battling going on a track tonight, and it was a 50-lap race, so it was a long race. I seen there was a little bit of confusion up front there on that restart. I don't know if y'all was supposed to start single file or not. We're not going to get into that right now. But for finishing 2nd and walking out here with the points lead, it's definitely a good night for you. And the only thing better than that would have been to get the win. So hopefully you can wrap it up next race and get the win. But for now, 2nd place and walking out with the points lead, you can't beat it. So congratulations on your 2nd place finish tonight. And if there's anybody you'd like to give a shout out to, go ahead.
Well, I feel like I'm repeating myself, but thank you for the broadcast. Thank you, Michael, for the league. Thank you, Lone Star, Texas Grill, based out of Ottawa, Canada, and Buddy Brian Neff again. When we do all those practices, it's paying off. We challenge ourselves every time we go out there, and it's paying off. And I want to congrats Lou for the win. Nice win.
Absolutely. And hey, man, if you don't want to repeat yourself, then don't keep finishing in the top 3. So You know what I mean? Absolutely. So good job, man, and hope to see you next week in the top 3.
All right. Well, thank you again, guys.
A good run, Ron. We'll see you, buddy.
Thank you.
Hey, that was your second place finisher, Ronald Henry. I mean, he is consistent with finishing up front and getting interviewed. So, hats off to him for another great race, and I'm pretty sure he's going to keep the points lead, like I said. But the man of the hour tonight, the man that took the show home, the number 84 of Lou Oleski.
I wonder, should we keep him waiting, or should we go ahead and open up the radio?
Yeah, we could talk about a few things before we bring him up. I'd like to mention some of the people that helped make this possible. It'd be Dave's Muskie Club, Massey Graphics, Warner Racing, High Groove Photos, Speed Motorsports, Trace Motorsports, Home Racing, and what was the last one? Topher.
Blake Topher Photography, and we may have another one, and we'll announce that next broadcast.
Yeah, and we'll get all those sponsors taken care of, and we'll have them all up for you. But for now, we're going to bring up our race winner, the number 84 of Lou Oleski. Hey, Lou Oleski, this is Jerry West in the SRTV Network booth. You got a copy?
Sure do, buddy.
Well, what do you say? I mean, you did it again in a fine fashion. You know, that's 2 tonight. And it looked good out there. It looked like a hard-fought battle, and you managed to put it up front and keep it clean. You got a great restart, and you brought this one home. So how'd you feel about the race tonight, and how'd you feel about your performance?
The race was great. I feel a little bit bad, though. I kind of bullied Ben off his line a little bit. Had to give the rookie a little bit of hazing there. Shot in underneath him, got under the yellow. I was hoping he would wash up a little bit, and he did. And feel a little bit bad about it because, you know, it is what it is. But
hey, man,
I'll take the win anyways.
You got to do what you got to do, and I mentioned that in the broadcast. You know, like if he leaves the door open, you got to walk through it, and you definitely did that. So, you know, if you get an inch, you got to take it here at a short track like this, and you did a great job doing it, like I said, and you managed to take this one home. So it's going to help you out in the points, that's for sure. And you know, every point counts here in the late model series.
Yeah, I agree. This season's gonna be really, really good all the way to the end. I know me and Ron will both be starting from the back next week, so that's gonna be exciting to see that battle.
Hey, Luke, can you hear me? This is Michael Massey.
Yeah, Mike.
Hey, buddy. Just a quick question for you. On those restarts, how did you think Ben? He did an excellent job of keeping you on the outside there and beating you to the corner. I was telling Jerry that. Lou's good at beating him to the corner outside, but old Ben, he put on a good show, you know, until he got moved. But then the freight training we were talking about happened to Johnson, it happened to Jason Anders, and you were fortunate to be able to hold that outside. But I noticed one time you had to squeeze yourself in there too. Were guys given a lot of room?
No room at all, and I don't blame them because that outside is rough in these cars. I think it was me and Ron were talking about it. These cars just push like dump trucks at this track, so that outside line just does not work here. Street stocks, you can make it work. These things with this fixed setup, it's just, there's no getting around anybody out there unless they're significantly slower than you. And all the guys in probably the top 7, maybe even top 10, are all so close in speed that if you're on the outside, you're just going to get past.
Yeah, definitely. We saw some guys giving and taking, believe it or not. When you see the rebroadcast, you'll be very impressed with that. But and like you said, it's the bottom line, and no one wants to give up that position. So. Kind of like Daytona and getting knocked out of the draft. Same thing in short track. This is our version of it. But I'm going to turn it back over to Jerry. I just wanted to interrupt, ask that quick question, see what you thought.
Cool.
Well, Lou, I mean, I hope to see you up here again next week. And you're right, Ronald Henry's definitely got something to show. He's been up front. He said early in his interview that he feels like he's repeating himself when I ask him if he wants to give a shout out. So I told him, hey, if you don't want to give a shout out, then don't finish in the top 3. And I doubt he's going to do that. So I see he's going to be repeating himself a lot. And I see you're going to be probably doing the same thing. But the thing is, there's a lot of fast drivers out there that could be in this spot at any minute. So congratulations on your win. And we hope to see you back next week. It was a hard-fought battle. You did a great job. So if there's anybody you'd like to thank on your win or give a shout-out to, it's all yours.
Yeah, absolutely, Jared. Thank you again for putting on the race, or for broadcasting, I should say, and then obviously Mike for putting on the league. All the racers, again, showed tonight why this league what it is what it is. They're all a really good group of guys. So I appreciate all of them. Appreciate you guys and everybody else watching.
All right. Well, congratulations once again, and we'll see you next week.
Thanks a lot, buddy.
As your winner, 84 Lualeski, and that's going to wrap up the night here. And we did a lot of hard racing out there tonight between the legends, the street stocks, and the late models. And if you liked what you seen, come over and check out American Motorsports Simulations.
Definitely a good night of racing for these guys. Some caution, a little bit of thunder, a little bit of fire, a little bit of super fast racing. I've sat here and I've heard these guys and I've heard these interviews, and they're always thanking me and thanking you, and that's great. We are very grateful for their thanks. I wanted to give a thanks to all the drivers, because without all the drivers, this wouldn't be possible either. So I just wanted to take an opportunity and thank all you guys for racing, all the fans, family members watching, supporting their buddies, their dads, moms. We got everything here, and I just wanted to give them a shout and a thank you for watching SRTV. Tune in next week, and I'll turn it over to Jerry.
Yeah, I appreciate everybody for coming out and all the good racing going on. I'd like to thank everybody on the track, and I'd like to thank all the viewers. So if you like what you've seen, hit the subscribe button. Get that notification when we go live here, and check out the races we run. If you like American Motorsports Simulations, the link's in the description below. Check them out. Come over and see if you can take one of these wins away from one of these guys. You see how good the racing is, and if you think you can do it, they'll gladly let you in. But for SRTV Network, for the American Motorsports Simulations, Michael Massey and myself, until next week, have a good night.
Good night, everybody.